Welcome to Durban, KwaZulu-Natal. It is the beautiful facility we find ourselves in. Of course it is. The Kings Park Aquatic Centre. Here for day 2 of the Swimming South Africa Grand Prix. So many swimmers taking to the water as they look to claim the final few places available for Tokyo 2020. And that is the beautiful facility. Kings Park Aquatic Centre. This is one of the meccas of swimming in South Africa. They really have played host to a fantastic event so far. So last night we had the heats. This morning we had some finals. Now we move over to the second session of heats this afternoon. And it is the men's 800-meter freestyle. Heat 1 of 1. 5 swimmers taking to the water. Brendan Visser, Brent Sadoki, Michael McGlynn, Thomas Forbes, and Leshan Pillay. 16 laps of the pool await. In they go. Looking at the Olympic qualifying times for this event. In the 800. The men's qualifying time, 7 minutes, 54.31. Good start. Over in lane 4 for Brent Sadoki. Well clear of the rest already. Certainly is a taxing event. Earlier today we had the finals of the men's 1500. 30 laps of the pool. This one slightly shorter. Sadoki looking good out in front. Really opening up quite a significant lead is the man from Waterborne in Johannesburg. Touching in a time of 1:28.99 after 3 laps, 13 to go. Next man in. Thomas Forbes in lane 6, 1:37.28. Plenty of heats taking to the water today, including 100 butterfly, 100 freestyle, 200 freestyle, 100 breaststroke. It's an action-packed calendar this afternoon, so don't go anywhere. Very strong effort so far from Brent Sadoki. Well clear of the field. Really has been an outstanding event so far here in Durban. Big congratulations to everyone that made this possible. Earlier today we had Wayne Ridden join us fountain of knowledge, is he, when he comes to swimming in South Africa, and instrumental in putting this event together. Big thank you as well to the various sponsors who have played a big role. SASCOC, Swimming South Africa, Department of Sport and Recreation, National Lotto, Aquile, KZN Aquatics, Arena. Tremendous sponsors to have played a big role. So Sudoki continues to dominate matters in the water. Midway through the race now, and Sudoki almost a full lap clear of his closest competitors. Brent Sudoki touching down now. 5:03.16. He is in complete control of matters out in the water. Five laps to go for the Joburger. (6:03.97) currently stands at. There's no question who's going to be winning this one. It really is a case of who will capture second position. Right now looking strong over in lane 7. It is Leshen Pillay. Won't be long now until you hear the ring of the bell for Sudoki, signaling 2 more laps for him. He's got the message loud and clear as he starts to power on. Excellent work from Brent Sudoki. Sees a couple of swimmers up ahead. He will be motivated to try and lap them. No, that gap is just too wide. Next man to hear the bell, Leshen Pillay from Seagulls. So the bell's ringing loud and clear for everyone now, except for that one man over in lane 4, Brent Sudoki. A tremendous performance from Brent Sadoki, touching through. An excellent performance from the Joburger. 8:03.22. Can hear the applause ring out. Qualifying time for the men, 7:54.31. So he's well outside qualifying time. Of course, this was a heat though. That being said, a tremendous effort from Brent Sadoki. He would be thrilled with that performance. In second place, Leshan Pillay, good effort from him. And rounding off the top three, Thomas Forbes. That was the men's 800 freestyle heat. Only one, with 5 competitors taking to the water, dominated by Brent Sadoki. Next up, we've got the men's 200 freestyle heats. 4 heats taking place. 200 meters. Denya, Van der Merwe, Bester, Bosch, Freeman, Hulshausen, Gower, Winter, Johnson, Bailey, and Andrew. And away they go, the start of the first of 4 men's 200 freestyle heats. Qualifying time this side, 1:47.02 to make it to Tokyo. Quickest of the heats, James Freeman, with their seeding time, 1:51.11. The man from Botswana. Good start for Freeman over in lane 4. Just ahead of Hulshausen. Also looking very good is Matthew Bosch over in lane 3. So those 3 leading the charge at the moment. Hulshausen going in front. Hulshausen followed by Freeman, followed by Bosch. About to complete the third of 4 laps. And it could be anyone's race so far. Hulshausen leading the way over in lane 5. Just ahead of Freeman with Bosch in third. And they make the turn. This is going to be a great finish between these 2 ultra competitors. Matching each other stroke for stroke. This is going to be extremely tight. Hulshausen just in front. And Hulshausen continuing to edge ahead. This is going to be a tight finish. And Freeman gets there by 1/100th of a second. 1:52.52. Plays 1:52.53. That was the smallest of margins. Tremendous swimming from the man from Botswana. Finishing ahead of the 2 Seagull swimmers, Hulshausen and Bosch. What a race. Moving on to the second heat of the men's 200 freestyle. Ethan Ricker, Thomas Forbes, Wolfart, Hardigan, Lowe, Ndebele, Van Reeden, Peterson, Pillay, and Bauer. Nice steady start for the front runners. Bernd Wolfart first to touch in lane 2. Just ahead of Ron van Reenen. Still very much early days though. In lane 4, Henry Lowe starting to come into his own. Just ahead of Wolfart. Henry Lowe out in front. And our lanes 5 and 3 start to make their presence felt. Occupied by Ndebele and Hardigan respectively. But it is Henry Lowe from Tuck's leading proceedings. Henry Lowe out in front, followed by Kobe Ndebele and Ross Hardigan. It will take some catching if they are to stop Henry Lowe from grabbing this win in the heats. And it's not going to happen. In fact, he continues to pull away. A tremendous effort from the man from Tshwane. Henry Lowe going on to capture the win in Heat 2 in the men's 200 free. Henry Lowe finishing ahead of Ross Hardigan and Kobe Ndebele. Interesting, a dead heat between the two of them. 150, in fact, no. Ndebele did finish second, 154.48. Hardigan, we had Ruan van Reenen also in the mix in third position. Moving on to the third heat of 4 in the men's 200 free. Forster, McCann, Duckham, McGlynn, Nokia, Brooks, Altman, Kasali, McKay, and Grunewald. First to touch in lane 5, Guy Brooks. Only man to get under 27. 26.39. The man from Seagulls. Excellent start for Guy Brooks. Almost a body length clear of his nearest challenger, Dante Nokia. 55.31 he touches in. But make no mistake, Nokia is going to fight back. As will Michael McGlynn. But this has been a very impressive start from Guy Brooks. Brooks still in front, starting to slow a little. Making the turn. Brooks holding on to top spot in the final lap. Dante Nokia fighting on. And as I say that, so too does Michael McGlynn. But there'll be no stopping Guy Brooks. That lead was just too big a mountain to climb, and he captures the win. Followed by Michael McGlynn, and in third position in lane 4, Dante Nokia. Swimmers assess their times. The man who would be happiest of most, Guy Brooks from Seagulls. 152.73. A resounding victory and an emphatic win. Final of the heats in the 200 free. Junior Pihar, Ty Pearson, and Jamie Allenby. Good start in the middle from Ty Pearson, just ahead of Allenby and Pihar. So first of the turn at the halfway mark. Ty Pearson just over a minute, closely followed by Allenby and then PR. So Ty Pearson looks to be in control of proceedings in this, the final heat. Almost 4 seconds clear of his nearest challenger, Jamie Allenby. Massive lead he's opened up ahead of the other two, as Ty Pearson will go on to claim the win, doing so with consummate ease. Ty Pearson with the victory. Meanwhile, Junior PR has overtaken Allenby, and PR will go on to take second position, and Allenby third. That wraps up the men's 200 freestyle. Folks, buckle up. This is going to be a race for the ages. Look at that man in lane 5, Michael Hooley, having already qualified for the Olympics. He'll be up against Alaric Besson. This is going to be a tight run. The men's 100 breaststroke. It is heat 1. Very good start for Hooley. Getting ahead of his nearest challenger, Besson. Very good start there for Michael Hooley. The speed at which he emerges from the water, very, very impressive to see. Hooley certainly means business ahead of Alaric Besson. Hooley first of the turn, 27.41. Well clear Besson, 28.48. Olympic qualifying time once again for this event, 59.93. Besson starting to make a comeback now. Hooley fighting hard. Tremendous power from Hooley. Very, very impressive from the man. 59.93 is that qualifying time once again. And will he get just outside there? Michael Hooley grabs the win just ahead of Alaric Besson. Tremendous swim. And rounding off third place, Ian Keelock. Michael Hooley gets the win ahead of Alaric. He'll be very, very happy with that performance. Of course, this is the heat, so they'll have another crack at things in the final. And that will be an eagerly awaited affair. Hendrik van der Merwe coming in with the 144.90. Tremendous upper body strength from van der Merwe. Van der Merwe's time, in fact, eclipsing the one that he set in order to qualify for the Paralympics. That was 144.38 set in Quebec. Van der Merwe coming in at 144.90. Excellent performance from him. Confirmation of those results. So looking at the next lineup for Heat 2 of the men's 100 breaststroke. Faiz Adams, Chris Aseli, Sean Boshoff, Matthew Randall, Brendan Crawford, Jared Pike, Luke Slubber, Mitchell Bone, and Levo Tsepe. Heat 2 of the men's 100 breaststroke just saw a fantastic victory in Heat 1 from Michael Hooley. We watch now to see who will be joining him as a Heat winner in the 100 breaststroke. Brendan Crawford, a very good start for him from Dragons. Crawford touching first, back just ahead, just behind Jared Pike. 29.47, Pike ahead of Crawford, 29.72. So this is going to be a very interesting finish between these two. Crawford looks slightly in the lead now. Can't miss Pike with that bright pink cap as Crawford pulls away. Crawford ahead of Pike. Pike making a comeback of sorts. But it will be Crawford who takes the win in the heat. Brendan Crawford doing so, 102.29. Great effort from him ahead of Jared Pike. And Matthew Randall in third place. Moving over now to the third and final heat of the men's 100 breaststroke. Sadi, Bornara, Nokia, Musgrave, Deans, Besson, Lange, Thomas, and Fourie. In they go. Watch out for Besson. We just saw Alaric perform in the first heat. His twin brother Allard now, swimming out of the Eastern Cape. Deans in lane 4. Besson 5. Excellent start for Michael Deans from Waterbourne. Deans closely followed by Billy Musgrave. Tremendous performance so far from Deans. Well clear of the rest. Besson realizes he needs some catching up to do, but it is Michael Deans who captures an emphatic win. Coming in second, Bailey Musgrave, and he's followed by Allard Besson. Besson will be rather disappointed with his time there. Besson almost 5 seconds slower than his best.
So Mark Looney 60.21 for his 100-meter breaststroke in the heats. He has already qualified at the World Student Games and has been under a minute a couple of times. So Michael, were you happy with that time? 60.2, you went out 27.6.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Like I said earlier on, what I've been doing now is just I've been working on the different pieces of the race, trying to put it all together, and it's been good because I've made a lot of progress. And like I said earlier on, the goal is to swim fast at the Olympics, and so I'm happy with where I'm at right now, especially based off of the way I've been training. And with Hilton and the guys at Tennessee, you know, we've got a good plan, and I'm really excited.
Well, let's go back to 2019 World Student Games. That time you must have been over the moon when you went under the minute with a 59.6, and that came through as an Olympic qualifying time.
Yeah, no, I'd like to think that I was very lucky that I qualified at the beginning of the qualifying period, and so it's been good because it's allowed me to just get back to work and, well, without the pressure of having to qualify again. And so I've really just been focused on the actual Olympics. And so, yeah, but I mean, swimming that time, I remember the feeling. It was great. It's a lifelong goal, but you know, it was 2 years ago. A lot's changed. I know I'm a lot stronger and faster, and you know, based on the work that I've been doing, I'm really excited to see what happens in the next couple of months.
I'm sure you guys must be watching the rest of the world. You've got the Australian Championships coming up. You've got the American Championships. There's going to be Olympic trials for them. So, you know, you're sitting at a nice position at the moment.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's interesting because I've actually got a couple of mates, some international mates that were with me at like all the junior competitions. And, you know, we've been on like the same level, just chasing after one another. And so now they just popped off, and I'm trying to get there with them. And you know, the real thing will come down to the Olympics, and I'll be ready for that. So.
Well, looking at tonight's race, you did look a lot more controlled out there. Did you have any expectations going into it?
I guess the only expectation was to just go out there and race. I'd like to say that was quite an easy swim for me. It felt comfortable. I was flowing pretty nicely. The first 50, I mean, I went out faster than my 50 time earlier on, and I even called it. I said, I know I'm going out faster in 100, and so the back end too. I've made a lot of progress there, and I'm excited to see what happens tomorrow. We've also got the relay coming up tomorrow, and you know, I'm excited to do it with the boys and to just go out there and race. So exciting things to come.
I say well done. That looked like a great swim, and we hope that we get under that minute tomorrow and also an Olympic qualifying time. Well done to Michael Hooley.
Thank you, Wayne.
Go and do a nice loosen down.
Thank you very much, Wayne Ridden. A terrific interview there with Michael Hooley. Watch this man go far. Swimming in the States, over in Tennessee. Of course, representing South Africa at the Olympics. He will be. Moving on to the next event. It's over to the men's 100 butterfly. One of 5 heats taking place. First up, Matsuras, Gawa Winter, Verby, Besson, Saints, Ronaldson, Ndebele, Null, Esterhazen, and Eaton. Out for Matthew Sates from Seals, the men's 100 butterfly. Already opening up a significant lead. Olympic qualifying time here in the 100 fly. 51.96. Sates on the turn, well clear. Under 25 seconds with an Olympic qualifying time. 51.96. Sates in complete control of proceedings. He is flying as the local man. 51.85. And that is lower than the Olympic qualifying time once again. A tremendous effort from Matt Sates. 51.85. We saw him perform brilliantly last night in this event. Just a 200th of a second lower. And beating it once again, Matt Sates. Sensational effort from him. So Matt Sates, of course, Tokyo bound anyway, But another great performance from him, the man swimming out of Pietermaritzburg for Seals. And then Matt Saints had that time trial last night on his own. And they're in a race once again, dipping below that Olympic qualifying mark. Here we go for Heat 2. It begins. Dos Santos, Delport, Kutsia, Hardigan, Dupree, Brooks, Naidu, De Domenico, Harris, and Els. Good start out in front from Ethan Dupree. Dupree will be desperate to get a very good time this time around. Of course, he's qualified in the 200 fly. Those qualifying times once again in the 100 butterfly, 51.96. Dupree out in front. Tokyo bound in the 200. But he falls well short of this time round in the 100, 55.91. That's Ross Hardigan, but Ethan Dupree with that 54.79. A tremendous effort nonetheless. Finishing in ahead of Hardigan with Guy Brooks in third position. Moving over to the third heat in the 100 fly. Lombard, Potgieter, Muth, Van Rienen, Chapman, Kutsia, Ferguson, Emsley, Thompson, and Steyn. Saito could see her this time round, an open lane over in 5. Good start from Brandon Chapman. Just ahead of Van Rienen. Those times once again in the 100 fly, 51.96, the magic number. Touching first, Ruan Van Rienen. 26.38, just ahead of Brandon Chapman. Also in the mix, Henrik Muth. They come through for the turn. And now it's Brandon Chapman pulling away from the competitors. Very good effort this from the big man. Brandon Chapman, almost a body length clear already. This is a sensational sim from Chapman. And he will touch in a time of 54.59. Brandon Chapman gets the victory ahead of Ruan Van Rienen. In third spot, Henrik Muth. Three down, 2 to go in the men's 100 fly. The start to go. Stradom, Buckle, Turan, Reynard, Hempel, Bailey, Mudley, Van der Merwe, Denya, and Mahan. Hempel up quickly. Reynard and Bailey on their shoulders. Hempel looking good so far. Hempel touching first. Just behind Ethan Bailey. It's going to be a shootout between those two for now. Hempel begins to pull away though. Josh Hempel, a terrific performance from him. Meanwhile, over in lane 1, also going along nicely is Peter Buckle. Buckle making a tremendous comeback. But it is Josh Hempel out in front, and he'll be too quick for the rest. Josh Hempel getting the win. 58.94. Ethan Bailey taking second spot. The only two men to dip below 1 minute. Josh Hempel can be very impressed with that performance. 58.94. And we move on to the fifth and final heat of the men's 100 fly. Landman, Allenby, Dlamini, Naidu, and Landman. Very good start in lane 6 from Ramon Landman. Just ahead of Joshua Naidu. Jamie Allenby also making his presence felt. Ramon Landman swimming over in lane 2. Landman and Naidu fighting hard in lanes 5 and 6. Little to choose between them, and it is Naidu just in front. 2.956. He makes a turn in. Landman at 2.9.61. Joshua Naidu well clear of the rest. Naidu, a great swim from the man from Tux. And he will power on to victory, and he takes it. And in second position, Ramon Landman, followed by Jamie Allenby. But Joshua Naidu comes away with the victory in that, the fifth and final heat of the men's 100 fly.
We have 3 heats of the men's 50-meter backstroke coming up. So we will move across to starting on that side of the pool. So swimmers, just give us a minute or so, and then we'll send you down.
Moving over to the next event now. It's on to the short ones for a while. As we move over to the 50s. Next up, the backstroke. Men's. If you joined us yesterday, you would have noticed that the women were up first throughout the course of the afternoon heats, followed by the men. They've switched it around this time round. The men all going out first. Reason being for COVID restrictions. The men get all their swimming done and they leave. And then the women make their way into the pool. First up, Olympic bound Peter Kutsia in lane 4. Elsewhere, Nieuwhof, Mackay, Zier, Potgieter, Reynard, Turon, and Sepe. Watch out for Peter Kutsia in lane 4. Already heading over to the Olympics in the 100. No Olympic for this event. Doesn't matter because you can see Peter Kutsia absolutely dominating matters. A sensational race from the big man from Tux. And he'll touch in 25.31. Well clear of his closest competitor, Vikas Potgieter, who got in 27.71. Peter Kutsia 25.31. The man from Tux. Incredible effort. Wow. So another victory there for Peter Kutsia, making a massive habit of doing exactly that. Winning, winning, and winning some more. Next up, away they go. Falconer, Stradum, Lombard, Dos Santos, Webb, Rousseau, Foster, and Landman. The man in front, only just Dos Santos. Corey Webb going along very nicely. Corey Webb, in fact, has opened up a bit of a lead. Watch out in lane 1 for Falconer, but it will be Webb pulling away from the field. Webb will touch down in a time of 27.74. Superb. Third and final heat of the men's 50 backstroke. Adams, Landman, Forster, De Lange, Van der Merwe, Nel, Vitun, and Luss. In the water quickly is De Lange. Van der Merwe and Forster keeping up well. It is De Lange out in the middle, just ahead of Van der Merwe. De Lange and Van der Merwe. It's going to be a straight shootout between these two. But De Lange looks to have kept things in control. De Lange, he gets there, only just 27.39. Full De Lange ahead of Dono van der Merwe, 27.64. De Lange with the win. So that wraps up the men's 50-meter backstroke. That was nice and quick. Some fast swims there from the competitors. Next up, we've got the men's 400 IM. 8 laps of the pool, 2 for each discipline. Heat 1 features Esterhazen, Boshoff, Casali, Russ, Nokia, Brown, and Bauer. In they go. Kicking things off with Butterfly. Good start in lane 6 from Brown. Brown pulling away nicely. Good in lane 4, Rowan Russ. Gaining it on Brown. Brown continuing to hold the lead, only just, as Rowan Russ begins his comeback. So, advantage Andrew Brown after that first leg, as they switch over to backstroke. Olympic qualifying time in this event, 4:15.84. Rowan Russ has overtaken Andrew Brown, holding on to front spot. Brown going along nicely, but it is Rowan Russ holding court at the moment. 2 disciplines down at the halfway stage. 2:10.30 Rowan Russ's time, as they move over to breaststroke. Looking very good out in front is Rowan Russ. Andrew Brown looking his best to rein him in. Rowan Russ, a product of Tuks. Andrew Brown from Waterbourne, just down the road from Tuks, over in Johannesburg. Peter Williams's swimming school, swimming club. very good effort so far from Rowan Russ. As I say that, Andrew Brown looks to be gaining in on his opponent. Rowan Russ touches first. 3:28.36. Brown 3:36.6. 2 laps to go, all freestyle. Does Brown have enough left in the tank to pull in Rowan Russ? Doesn't look to be the case now. Rowan Russ in control, makes the turn, and he heads back for the final lap. Rowan Russ cruising to victory here in Durban in this, the first of 2 heats in the men's 400 IM. Rowan Russ take it by doing so in 40:30.27. That was a superb swim. Coming in now, Andrew Brown doing so in 4:37.45. The man of the moment, Rowan Russ. And they begin the second and final heat of the men's 400 IM here in Durban. Those taking part: Groenewald, Johnson, Bester, Mullen, Keelock, Cordwell, and Andrew. Good effort out in the middle from Damian Mullen from Waterbourne. Also looking strong over in lane 6, Matthew Caldwell. Pressing Mullen, but it will be Mullen to the turn first. Move over to Backstroke. It is still Damian Mullen leading proceedings in lane 4. Damian Mullen out in front as he pushes on. Over in lane 5, Keylock and Caldwell fighting it out for second place as Caldwell moves ahead. Mullen at the halfway stage. Switch it over to Breaststroke. And he is still clear of his nearest challenger, which is Matthew Caldwell. As I say that, Ken Keylock starts to pull out in a stroke he is very, very comfortable with. Keylock gaining it on Mullen. This could be a tight finish. Mullen comfortably in front for now. Keylock in second. Caldwell third. Mullen looking very good in lane 4. Keylock, the Boksburg swimmer. Couple of body lengths behind. Mullen makes his way now for the final discipline. It is freestyle. He'll touch in 3:27.61. That Olympic qualifying time once again for this event. 4:15.84, so that won't be threatened whatsoever. Mullen switches over to freestyle now. Well clear of Kian Keylock. And in third position, Matthew Caldwell. Mullen makes his final turn as he heads for the finish. Mullen continuing to power on, and he will go through to get the win, easing to victory. Mullen taking top spot in the second heat with a time of 4:28.90. Kian Keylock from Boksburg coming home now to touch in 4:37.30. And in third position, rounding off the top three, Matthew Caldwell, 4:42.18. Moving over now to the fastest event in swimming, the men's 50 free. Landman, Rika, De Lange, Slubber, Kutsia, Niane, Van der Aar, Raymond Ferguson and Rousseau first up. Good start for Ryan Kutsia. Luke Slubber going along nicely too. Adam Niane from Senegal. Watch out for him. Nothing but white water as the swimmers fight furiously to reach the finish. In lane 4, Ryan Kutsia going along very nicely. It's Kutsia pulling away from the pack. Kutsia, Adam Niane. Kutsia coming through well. Kutsia will take the win. 22.55, a sensational time from him. Wow. Very, very fast swim from Ryan Kutsia, 22.55. The Olympic qualifying time for this event, 22.01. That tells you exactly how quick Ryan Kutsia was there. Terrific effort from him. Time for the second of 6 heats. Thompson, De Domenico, Muth, Ndebele, Jimmy, Bosch, Halshausen, Hartigan, Nell and Stain. And in they go. Jimmy with a good start, as well as Bosch and Ndebele also on their tails. Jimmy just ahead of Ndebele. Ndebele now starting to come through. Ndebele looking very strong. The man from Seals, is he going to beat out his teammate? Ndebele over in lane 3, and Ndebele touches first. Kobe Ndebele, 23.52. A terrific swim from him. Kobe Ndebele take a bow. It was a terrific swim. The man who recently moved on to Pietermaritzburg to join Wayne Ritton and his team at Seals. Moving on to Heat 3. In they go. Van der Merwe, Van Lochrenberg, Altman, Matthijsen, Nokia, Sates, Van Redden, Chapman, Emsley, and Luss. Nokia and Sates, certainly the men to watch out for here. Sates just ahead. Nokia making a comeback now. Sates and Nokia, who's it going to be? Sates is just in front. Nokia's firing down. Sates just ahead. Sates will touch first. 23.56 for Matt Sates, just ahead of Harvey Nokia. The Seal defeating the Seagull. So another victory for Matt Sates in this, the third of 6 heats. Moving to the fourth one. Friend, Forster, Hempel, Eaton, Harris, Mahan, Forster, Dos Santos, Pearson, and Wolfart. In they go. Good start from Harris. Eaton on his outside. Pressure from Mahan. Mahan looking good over in lane 5. Meanwhile, in lane 3, Eaton going along strong. Eaton against Mahan. Who's going to be? Well, Harris goes through. A terrific swim. And the only man it was, Mahan, to take it away to 24.82. Mahan in lane 5, grabbing the win. Just ahead of Jordan Eaton. Only 2 men to get below 25. It is heat 5 now. Worstays and Naidu, Lunga, Delport, Buckle, Denya, Mahan, Grunewald, McKay and Johnson. Good start from Buckle. Closely followed by Denya. Buckle and Denya going along strong. Delport also in the mix. Delport flying through. Delport in the lead. An excellent swim so far from Delport. He's well clear of the pack. Delport will cruise to victory here. Delport continuing to fly, and he touches home in a time of 24.73. Jaden Delport out of lane 3, dominating matters in that event. Peter Buckle capturing 2nd position, followed by Jordan Denya. The 6th and final heat of the men's 50 free. Quick in the water was Allenby. Zwana also in the mix. Bone, Dlamini, Kutsia, Farik, Adams, Hasseli, and Landman. Who's it going to be? To come away with victory in the final heat of the men's 50 free. Good effort from Kutsia in lane 4. In lane 5, Farik making his presence felt. In lane 6, Adams comes from nowhere. Adams fighting on. Adams, will he get there first? It goes to Faiz Adams, 26.49 from Cape Town. Some thrilling racing in the men's 50 free, the quickest event in swimming. So that brought an end to the men's 50 free. We're gonna have a short break before we get into the next event, the men's 200 backstroke. Give the swimmers a chance to catch their breath. We'll be back shortly. Make sure to stay tuned. And away they go. It is the men's 200 backstroke. First of 3 heats. Martin Benedel already having qualified for Tokyo. Over in lane 4. Up against the likes of Vitun, Boshoff, Trutter, Verby, McKay, Niehoff, and Nkunzi. Very good effort so far from Martin Benedel. The man from Seagulls. Benedel already opening up a significant lead over his nearest challenger, Liam Verby. Benedel's qualifying time 1:56.54. Well inside that Olympic qualifying time of 1:57.50. He'll be taking it easy in this heat, knowing he is Tokyo bound. Benedel making the turn for the final time. And Benedel doing what he does best, winning, especially when it comes to backstroke. And he'll cruise through in a time of 1:59.75, so well out of his personal best. Doesn't matter though, he's done enough to make that final. Good effort from Martin Benedel, finishing well ahead of Liam Verby. Moving over to heat 2 of the men's 200 backstroke. Visser, Falconer, Van der Merwe, Coetzee, Slabbert, Lombard, Van der Merwe. Pieter Coetzee having secured a B qualifying time for Tokyo, but he'll be looking for that A time. A time once again. 2:10.35. Apologies, 1:57.50. Time for backstroke. Of course, he's already qualified in the 100. And away they go. Pieter Coetzee in lane 4. 17 years of age, swimming out of Tux. Best time of 1:58.33. That Olympic qualifying time once again, 1:57.50. Good start from Pieter Coetzee, touching in 28.32. Ahead of Van der Merwe and Eric Slabbert. 1:57.50 is the time. He'll be looking to crack it this time round. Still the final to come, and he is well clear of the rest. Making the turn in 58.43. And he continues to power on, does Pieter Coetzee, the man from Tux. Dominating matters. He'll turn, and he comes back for the final stretch. He won't be looking for that qualifying time. Not yet, anyway. As he'll just ease to victory, as was expected. Set up a great meet with Martin Benedel in that A final. So Pieter Coetzee cruising to a comfortable win, 2 minutes 00.12. His closest challenger coming in now over in lane 3, Donny van der Merwe. Meanwhile in lane 5, Eric Slabbert rounds off the top 3. We move on now to the third and final heat of the men's 200 backstroke. Straight on, Zier, Bester, Ciprianos, Potgieter, Pearson and Els. Ciprianos swimming out of Zimbabwe. Watch him go in lane 4. And off they do go. Good start from Bester in lane 3. And And a terrific effort in lane 5 from Putkira. Out the blocks fairly early. And it's the final heat of the men's 200 backstroke. Won't be long before we see the women in action. Cipriano's first to turn. Heads back for leg 2. Cipriano's just in front. The man over in lane 2 is Marcel Zier. Halfway through the race, Ciprianos, 104.92. Only man underneath 105. Actually, the only man under 106. Terrific swimming so far from Ciprianos from Zimbabwe. He'll go through to touch first at the turn as he heads back for the final lap of what is the final heat of the men's 200 backstroke. Ciprianos well clear. Great swim from the Zimbabwean. Ciprianos will go on to take the win in the white cap, doing so in a time of 2:11.22. In second position, Viku Putkira, and in third, Zia, 2:16.46. And so that wraps up the men's 200 backstroke. So, Ryan Kutsia with the time trial, 50 free, starting in lane 5. That Olympic qualifying time once again, 22:01. The seal up against the clock. The time needed, 22.01. Gets past the 10-second mark. Terrific pace from Ryan Kutsia. 22.01 is the pace he needs to beat. He's flying. Will it be enough? It is not, unfortunately. 22.42. He gets a massive applause, though, for his effort. 22.01 was the time he needed to get. And 22.42 is what he posted. Terrific effort from Ryan Kutsia. So that concludes the men's participation in the heats here in Durban for this Swimming South Africa Grand Prix. The men will make their way back to wherever they're staying here in KZN, beautiful city of Durban, as they open up the pool for the women. COVID restrictions ensuring that the men first, women second. Last night it was the other way around, but do not go anywhere. Women will get warmed up before they take to the waters in the heats.
I'll say dat was baie
What a beautiful picture. It's nighttime here in Durban. The image coming to you live from Kings Park Aquatics Centre in the heart of KwaZulu-Natal. Plenty of action taking place in the city, but more importantly, the action taking place within that venue. It is day 2 of the Swimming SA Grand Prix. Welcome to the action. We've had plenty of remarkable performances so far in the pool this evening in the heats. The men taking to the water. Now it is the ladies' turn. And a lady in particular. Laura van Niekerk about to take to the water. It is a time trial in the women's 100 breaststroke. Olympic qualifying time in this event. 1:07.07. Van Niekerk looking to beat that time. And away she goes. Good start for Laura van Niekerk so far. A terrific competitor. Went toe-to-toe with Tatjana Schoenmaker earlier today. One more time to qualify with this time. So she makes the touch in 32. 1:07.07 is the time she needs to beat. Or at least reach. You can hear the crowd cheering on. 45 seconds now. 1:07.07. Can Laura van Niekerk do it? 55. Close. And she gets 1:07.41. Just outside of that time. And she is furious. You can see the look on her face. 1:07.41, an astounding swim. But just not enough. The time again, 1:07.07 is what she needed. So disappointed, but undoubtedly, she must hold her head high. We move over now to the women's 200 IM. Heats 1 of 3. Marais, Carlisle, Van der Walt, Oosthuizen, Meade, Mandel, Shepherd, Christie, and Pillay. Meade not wasting any time to get into the water, and she opens up a significant lead early on. Qualifying time in this event for the women for the Olympics. 200 IM. 2:12.56. Of course, it's 1 lap per stroke. Kicking things off with butterfly. Good start from Rebecca Meade, 28.98. She's in front. Just ahead of Megan Shepherd. Good swim from her. But it is Rebecca Meade well out in front as she edges towards the halfway stage of this race. There's a fight for second at the moment between Oosthuizen and Christine Mandel. Meade makes the turn as she transitions into breaststroke. performance from Mandel. Lying in second place. Megan Shepherd making a comeback over in lane 6. But it is all Rebecca Mead at the moment from Seagulls. Mead reaches the wall. 1:42.15. And she powers back for the freestyle. Look at that qualifying time once again. 2:12.56. So this is a tremendous performance from Rebecca Mead. And 2:12.99. That was sensational from Rebecca Mead. Remember, this is the heats. Wow. Take a bow, Rebecca Mead. Time needed to qualify was 2:12.56. She did a 2:12.98. Wow, so she'll get another crack at the final, but she'll be very happy with that performance. As will everyone in the Mead clan. That was brilliant. Coming in second place, Christine Mandel. And in third was Megan Shepherd. Moving over now to the second heat of the women's 200 IN. What a performance from Rebecca Mead. King, Muller, Dalmedico, Van Jaarsveld, Kuhn, Ferreira, Thompson, and Odagnati. Away they go. First of 4. Good start from Van Jaarsveld in lane 4. Emma Kuhn going along nicely too. Making the turn first up, it is Emma Kuhn. 30.45, good effort from her. Make the way into backstroke. Terrific efforts all round from these two as Kuhn regains the lead in the backstroke. First to the turn, halfway stage, 1:06.14. Reminder of that qualifying time once again, 2:12.56. Another great effort in lane 4 from Van Jaarsveld. She has regained the lead and she moves over to the final leg. 147.96 ahead of Emma Kuhn. It is Van Jaarsveld leading the charge. Kuhn fighting back strongly. This could possibly be a tight finish. This is a tremendous swim from Emma Kuhn, fighting back well. Who's going to take it? Van Jaarsveld just has enough of a lead to touch first. That was extremely tight. 2:21.02. Van Jaarsveld takes it ahead of Kuhn. 2:21.26 for her. Great swim from Van Jaarsveld, 2:21.02. Moving on to the third and final heat of the women's 200 IM. Buerta, Larsberg, Tully, Tucker, Randall, De Almeida, Lohman, and Africa. In they go, the final heat of the women's 200 IM. Out quickly is Dakota Tucker, swimming out of waterborne in Johannesburg. Very impressive start for the youngster. Dakota Tucker, just 16 years of age. Not the youngest in the pool, incidentally. That honor belongs to Sam Lohman, swimming in lane 7. There's Tucker to touchdown first, 31.21. Next best, Larsberg. As Tucker moves on to backstroke. So Dakota Tucker controlling proceedings so far here in Durban in the third heat of the women's 200 IM. Moving over to Breaststroke now. Certainly in command of proceedings. Samantha Randall behind her, the Tuck swimmer. Certainly a battle for third position, which I think currently belongs to Kay Dalmeida. No question who's occupying lanes, or positions 1 and 2 for now. Tucker still holding on to top spot as she moves over to Freestyle. Dakota Tucker, 16 years of age. And she will cruise to yet another win for the youngster from Joburg. Samantha Randall lying in second, and that's where she will stay. But Dakota Tucker comes out 2:18.80. What a victory for Dakota Tucker. And in second place, Samantha Randall, 2:24.60. In third place, as predicted, going to Kay Dalmeida, 2:30.91. That wraps up the women's 200 IM as we move over now to the 100 free. The start of the women's 100 free. Plenty of heats taking place. Orton, Jacobs, Baptiste, Pinar, Chelius, De Lange, Vogue, Croxon, Muller and Morrison all in action. Watch out for some very quick times. The Olympic qualifying time in this event, 54.38. Emma Chelius going along nicely in lane 4. 27.18 for her, just ahead of Amber Pinar. Caitlin De Lange on her shoulder. Emma Chelius starting to pull away now in this one of her favorite events. 54.38 the time once again in order to qualify. Emma Chelius pulling away from the pack. A tremendous swim from Emma Chelius, and she brings it home in a time of 55.76. Very, very impressive from her. Finishing behind her, Amber Pinar, rounding off the top 3, Tori Vogue. Christie, Oosthuizen, Carmody, McMorrin, Robertson, Frank, Pierce, Davidson, Mayer, and Cooden. In they go. Good start from Andrea Cooden over in lane 9. Swimming out of PE. No one in lane 6 now. So Hannah Pierce not swimming this one. Hannah Robertson, good start for her, as well as Emma Frank. The two of them going strong. Robertson and Frank. Nothing to choose between the front runners. Emma Robertson holding on to a slight lead over Emma Frank. Hannah Robertson in front in lane 4, followed by Emma Frank. And it is Hannah Robertson controlling proceedings at the moment. Very good effort from her. And she will go on to take the win. Hannah Robertson, followed by Emma Frank. Robertson putting on a time of 57.51. We're on to the third of 5 heats in the women's 100 free. Hennigan, Fury, Maton, De Villiers, Rousseau, Mikler, Van Skalkwijk, Van der Westhuizen, McDonald, and Larsberg. they go. The third of 5 heats in the women's 100 free. Great effort from Rousseau in lane 4. Mikla following close by in lane 5. No swim in lane 3. Lane 8 also open. Veronique Rousseau first to the touch, closely followed by Carla Mikla. Veronique Rousseau edging ahead of Carla Mikla, the tuck swimmer, doing her club and varsity proud. But a very good comeback over in lane 5 from Mikla. Won't be enough though, as Veronique Rousseau goes on to take the win. 5.8.29. Fourth heat underway. Scott Mjimba, Buerta, Carlisle, Kotsa, Ferreira, Brink, Chitsurura, King, and Mbite. Good effort so far from Kotsa in lane 4. Just ahead of Carlisle, Ferreira on her outside. Carlisle with a very good swim first up and first at the turn. Just ahead of Kotsa. Carlisle continues to power on. Kotsa looking to make a stirring finish, but it is Carlisle in front. As we say that, looking over in lane 1 out of nowhere, Mjimba has come through. Mjimba looking in front. Mjimba. Who will it be, Carlisle or Mjimba? It's going to be tight as we wait to see confirmation. And it is Mjimba that takes the victory. Sensational from Nomvula Mjimba. Over in lane 2, Nomvula Mjimba from Zimbabwe beats Carlisle to the touch. Terrific effort from Nomvula Mjimba. She'll be thrilled with that performance. Ready ourselves for the 5th and final heat of the women's 100 free. Moving down from lanes 1, Katswanapul, Del Medico, Landman, Tobeka, Aragnoti, Africa, and Leach. Good start from Tobeka in lane 4. Remember the Olympic qualifying time in this event the women's 100 free, 54.38. So great swimming from Lerato Tobacco, first to touch. She makes her way back for the return, and she is in cruise control. In this, the second lap. Second and final lap, she's well in front of the nearest challengers, who are Julie Lundman and Ange Odagnotti. But there will be no stopping Lerato Tobacco. More than a body length clear, as she cruises to a resounding win. Doing so in a time of 1:04.57. Take a bow, Lerato Tobacco. That was sensational. Kat Swanepoel coming through now. Swanepoel, an S2 competitor. In this, the 100 free. Swanepoel, of course, having already qualified for numerous events for the Paralympics. She'll come through. Sensational effort applauded on from Lundman. Kat Swanepoel touches down. And that is the beautiful venue where we currently are. Kings Park Aquatic Centre. As nighttime descends on Durban, the beautiful coastal city here. East coast of South Africa. One of the swimming meccas of the world. Some brilliant swimmers produced over the years. Confirmation of the next lineup. It is the women's 50-meter breaststroke. Shepherd, Del Medico, Butcher, Schoonmaker, Corbett, McColgan, Savage, and Barrow. Swimmers readying themselves. Tatiana Schoonmaker, of course, having already qualified for the Olympics. And away they go. Quickly out of the water. Shot for Tatiana Schoonmaker. Impossible to ignore. Sensational athlete, sensational swimmer. Of course, there is no Olympic event for this, but over in lane 4, Tatiana Schoonmaker in complete control as she touches home in a time of, we'll wait for confirmation, but a brilliant effort from Tatiana Schoonmaker as she takes the win ahead of Kayleen Corbett. Just waiting for confirmation of those times. Very good effort from Tatiana Schoonmaker. Kayleen Corbett doing well too. Three heats of this, the women's 50-meter breaststroke. A reminder once again, there is no Olympic event for this discipline. 100 and 200 only. Away they go, the second of 3 heats in the women's 50 breaststroke. Christie, Croxon, Parker, Van Niekerk, Meyer, Ralph, Jacobs and Buffel out in front. It is Van Niekerk. We saw her competing a short while ago in the 100. Look at her go in the 50. Flying along is Laura Van Niekerk. Well clear of her competitors. This is a fantastic time for Laura Van Niekerk. There's only going to be one winner in this heat as she powers away. So a time of 31 on the button. Well clear of Kate Meyer and Bree Parker. Laura Van Niekerk, 31.00. So Laura Van Niekerk quickly recovering from her earlier race where she had the time trial. That was in the 100 breaststroke. To dominate matters in the 50. In her heat. It's going to be an interesting 50 race tomorrow. As we move over to the third and final heat. Pillay, Jacobs, Van der Walt, De Lange, Mal, Robinson and Ferreira. First start. De Lange going along very nicely. De Lange powering ahead. Just clear of Mol. But it is De Lange looking good, looking very good. Mol catching up somewhat, but it won't be enough as Caitlin De Lange gets the victory in 32.70. Simone Mol, 34.35 for her. Next best, Mia van der Walt from Tux, 36.26. So that is the women's 50 breaststroke done and dusted. As we head over to the 100 backstroke. See the steps being arranged for the swimmers. Has been a fast and furious evening here in Durban. The women's 100 backstroke. First of 4 heats. Pienaar, Shepherd, Katai, Doster, Nell, De Villiers, Jonker, Davidson, Carlisle, and Landman taking to the water. And it's Nell already out of the box early. Daughter of SA swimming legend. Net Carly. Now out in front. Dosta and De Villiers on his shoulders. And now well clear of the pack for now, as she makes her way down the home stretch. Looks to be a fight once again for second place between Dosta and De Villiers. There'll be no stopping Null for now. Jeans and a lot of hard work on her side as Olivia Null goes on to take a resounding victory. It's going to be tight for second place. Who gets there first? And it is Burnley Dosta. In fact, De Villiers touched first, only just over in lane 5. And Dosta rounded off the top 3. But it was no question about who won that one. Olivia Null in first. Moving on to Heat 2 of the women's 100 backstroke. Olivia Scott, Duplessis, D'Almeida, Hudson, Haps, Luntman, Thompson, Maton, and Hannigan. Away they go, very good start. Over in lane 5 from Luntman. Thompson going along nicely too. Grace Hudson from Waterbourne over in lane 3. No lane 4 competitor this time around. Certainly be a tight finish between Hudson and Luntman, if their previous performances is anything to go by. And they continue to match each other stroke for stroke. There's nothing to choose between them. Hudson did get there first to the turn, but who's going to reach the finish first? Hudson pulling away a little from Luntman. Luntman fighting back well though. Hudson still in front. It's going to be tight. It's going to be very tight, but Hudson gets it 105.17 to 105.25. Hudson finishing ahead of Luntman. Jesse Thompson running off the 3. Heat 3 of 4 in the women's 100 backstroke. Competitors lining up from lanes 0 to 8. Pillay, Voke, Schmelzer, Kuhn, Pierce, Randall, Truly, Carmody, and Buerta. You certainly will be familiar with a lot of those names because plenty of these swimmers have been in action throughout the evening. You have to commend them on their stamina and fitness. To be able to perform and compete in so many events in such a small space of time is truly commendable. And Pierce opening up a lead fairly early on. Kuhn and Randall outside her. Anna Pierce, first to turn. Very good effort from her. Slightly ahead of Emma Kuhn. There's Pierce in front. Fighting hard to control that lead against her teammate Emma Kuhn. Both swimmers coming out of Cape Town from Vineyards. But Hannah Pierce, as she extends her lead now, and Hannah Pierce will grab the win, comfortably so, followed by teammate Emma Kuhn, with Samantha Randall grabbing third spot. Moving over now to the final heat, the women's 100 backstroke. And away they go, Kat Swanepoel, Megan Africa, and Angela Nkube. Kat Swanepoel having already qualified for this event for Tokyo, for the Paralympics, doing so in a time of 2:14.78. That's for the Olympic qualifying time. We're looking at 1:00.25. Nice start from Angela Nkube, leading matters ahead of Megan Africa. And Kat Swanepoel racing against the clock. Can she better her time? Swanepoel's time again, 2:14.78. Megan Africa going along nicely, but Angeline Kube in lane 5 from Seals will go on to grab a comfortable win. Doing so in 1:18.00. Megan Africa coming through in 1:22.67. Here comes Kat Swanepoel. Remember the time she set in order to qualify for Tokyo? 2:14.78. Tremendous athlete is Kat Swanepoel. As mentioned prior, used to be proficient at wheelchair rugby before turning her attention to swimming. Only started swimming just over a year ago, and since then she has shattered record after record after record. And she touches in 2:16.94, so just outside of her personal best. You won't be too disappointed with that in this heat. Congratulations to all involved. That wraps up the women's 100 backstroke. So still plenty of racing to come. Moving over now to the only heat of the women's 200 butterfly. Odagnoti, Tucker, Oosthuizen, Christensen, Kutsia, Van Jaarsveld, Antonopoulos, Nickel, and Swat. Qualifying time in this event, 200 fly. For women, 2:08.43. Good start in lane 4 from Danae Kutsia. She turns early, only one to dip below the 3:0 mark. She's opened up a significant lead already as the swimmer from Tix. Christensen and Van Jaarsveld on her outside. Kutsia going along strong. She makes it to the halfway stage in 1:03.09. The time again, 2:08.43. Very strong effort from Danae Kutsia. Kutsia, the final turn for her at 1:37.12. And she'll power away to the finish. Another reminder of that butterfly time, 2:08.43. You can hear the screams encouraging her to the finish. She's going quick. Currently hits the 2-minute mark miss out on that time, but a very good effort nonetheless. 2:11.30. Terrific effort from Danae Kutsia. Finishing ahead of Christensen. While in third spot, Dakota Tucker. Moving over to the next event, it's the women's 400 free. Olympic qualifying time for this event, 4:07.90. Habst, Croxon, Larsberg, Earl Robertson, McMorrin, Orton, King, Kotze, and Murray. Good start in lane 4 for Hannah Robertson. She'll be pleased with that effort first up. Ahead of Tori Earl. Lee McMorrin in lane 5. Woman to catch for now, Hannah Robertson. And I think she will be the woman to catch throughout, judging on what we've seen so far. Impeccable strokes as she glides through the water. Making the turn in 1:01.79. So not going all out as Hannah Robertson, you can see going comfortably. There's a race at the moment for second place between Earl and McMorrin. Robertson makes the turn for the final time. To reach the halfway mark. It is the women's 400 free. Four laps down. 4 to go for Hannah Robertson. Strong effort from Hannah Robertson. Swimming out of Johannesburg. Lying in second spot, Tori Earl from Seagulls. And in third, we've got Lee McMorrin either side of Hannah Robertson. 3 laps to go for Hannah Robertson. Look at how comfortable she is in the water. To her left, Tori Earl. To her right, McMorrin. It is certainly a fight for second place between those two. Two more laps to go for Hannah Robertson. Earl still holding on to second. McMorrin in third. Terrific effort this from Hannah Robertson. Again, a reminder, the qualifying time, 4:07.90. That won't be threatened this time around. And Hannah Robertson can be exceptionally proud of her effort in this, the women's 400 free. Hannah Robertson. Final few meters to go. And she will go on to claim a resounding victory, doing so in 4:23.07. And in second place, Tori Earl comes home just ahead of Lee McMorrin. But Hannah Robertson, the star of the show in that race, the first of 2 heats in the women's 400 free. Moving on to the second and final heat of the women's 400 free. Ferreira, Lohman, Van der Walt, Pierce, Kutsia, Mendel, Pinar, Fury, and Morrison. Away they go. Good start from Kutsia and Mendel. They'll be biding their time fairly early on. 8 laps await in what is an extremely taxing event, as are all the events, to be pretty honest. Really has been a terrific event here in KZN, in Durban. Kings Park Aquatic Centre has been the consummate host. Of course, we saw the men earlier in the evening. This time around, all belonging to the ladies. And at the moment, it's one lady in particular that's dominating proceedings over in lane 5, Christine Mendel. Still leading proceedings, just ahead of Lisa Garcia. Also coming up is Amber Pinot over in lane 6. Great positioning from Kristen Mendel, leading the way, 136.70 as she works her way to the halfway stage. Kristen Mendel in front, followed by Lisa Garcia, the two tick swimmers, well clear of the rest. In third position for now, Amber Pinot. Mendel, halfway, 2:10.44. Garcia, 2:11.96. Kristen Mendel still out in front. Just ahead of Lisa Garcia. You have got the feeling that Garcia might look to attack anytime soon. Still plenty of racing to come in this event. So the two tick swimmers have this all in control in the second and final heat of the women's 400 free. Broadcasting colleague Stephen Krill says it is his favorite event, bar none. Massive fan of the 400 free, and who can blame him? Really is a terrific race. 2 laps to go. So Kristen Mendel still out in front in lane 5. Lisa Garcia following hard, making the turn for the last time. Kristen Mendel does not look like she'll be letting this lead slip. Lisa Garcia surely fighting hard, but not hard enough. Mendel past the halfway stage, and she's in fact extending her lead, and she cruises to a win. That was a terrific performance. Doing so in 4:24.35. Her teammate comes in at 4:26.94. Lisa Garcia caps off to the ladies in the pink tux caps. So congratulations to Kristen Mendel on winning that one, but a massive congratulations to Alani Ferreira, qualifying in another race for Tokyo with a qualifying time in the women's 400 free. As for Paralympics, a tremendous effort from Alani Ferreira. You see her team applauding her fast and furiously, as they should. Brilliant efforts, Alani Ferreira. Another event you'll be taking part in Tokyo. Moving over now to the women's 200 breaststroke. This is a biggie. Christie, Shepherd, Delmedico, Tucker, Schoonmaker, Fasaki, Meyer, Ralph, Jacobs, and Buffel. Schoonmaker already having qualified in this event. The time needed to qualify for anyone outside of Schoonmaker, 2:25.52. Schoonmaker's time, 2:25.18. We're going to go already in lane 4. Terrific effort so far from Schoonmaker, touching in a time of 32.98. Keeping her honest in lane 5, Emily Fasaki. See the amount of time that Tatjana Schoonmaker takes underwater. Good fight back from Emily Fasaki, closing the gap somewhat. Tatjana Schoonmaker, 1:09.99. Good qualifying time once again, 2:20.17. Great effort from Emily Fasaki. Tatjana Schoonmaker making the final turn in a time of 1:47.95. 2:20.17 was her best time to qualify. And she extends that lead over Emily Fasaki, does the Tokyo-bound swimmer. 2:20.17 was her time. She said she won't be bettering that this time around, but she will capture an easy victory in this opening heat. 2:23.72. And Emily Fasaki comes home. 2:34.07. So Tatjana Schoonmaker getting inside another Olympic qualifying time. Remember that time once again, 2:25.52. She did it in 2:23.72. But a job she had already done handsomely. So she is certainly going to be a force to be reckoned with. The crazy thing is the ease in which she swam that time. She didn't exert herself, yet she still was well within that Olympic qualifying time. Almost 2 seconds inside it, in fact, which is astounding. So there's no question she is certainly one of South Africa's foremost medal hopes in Tokyo. Move over to the second and final heat of the women's breaststroke. before we wrap things up with the women's 50 butterfly. Robinson, McColgan, Savage, Van Rensburg, Corbett, Van Nickak, Butcher, Van der Walt, and Mbite. Watch out for Kayleen Corbett, also having already qualified with her swim of 2:25.18. A reminder once again of the qualifying time, 2:25.52. Kayleen Corbett, another of the strong Tucks swimming group. Corbett out front, as was expected. Inside her, Laura van Nickak will certainly be pushing strong in this event. An exit Van Rensburg, but Laura van Nickak fighting back nicely at the halfway mark. Corbett touching in 1:12.27. Van Nickak 1:14.20. Reminder that qualifying time once again 2:25.52. Although Corbett has already achieved that mark, having done so in Gqeberha. Corbett starting to pull away nicely now. Kayleen Corbett for the final time makes the turn, doing so in 1:56.5. Will she get within that Olympic qualifying time again? 2:25.52. The crowd willing her on. She even do better than her own personal time. 15 seconds to go. Corbett fighting on, 5 seconds. And it will be just outside it, unfortunately for her. 2:27.26, but again, a reminder, it matters little given the fact that she has already qualified for this event. Coming up in second place, Van Rensburg, her teammate, Catherine Van Rensburg, and Laura van Nickak grabbing third. And so ends the penultimate discipline of the evening, as we move over to the women's 50-meter butterfly. So we're back for the final event of the evening. Women's 50-meter butterfly. 5 heats taking place Kicking off at the first. Van der Westhuizen, Zwart, Muller, Mol, Landman, de Villiers, Oosthuizen, Brink, Schmalzer, and Njimba. In they go. No Olympic qualifying time for this. Of course, there is no event for the 50 fly. It's about the 100 and 200. And as far as this event is concerned, leading the way in lane 4, it is Landman. Closely followed by de Villiers and Mol, but Landman powering away to the finish. Nice fight back from Mol, but Landman will get there first. She does. Landman finishing ahead of de Villiers. Natal Landman 28.33. De Villiers in second, and in third, Simone Mol. Next up, the second heat. Kuden, Corbett, Katai, Meikle, Haps, Baptiste, Nickel, Tobacco, Kotze, and Duplessis. If the name Corbett sounds familiar, it's because she's just swum and she's back in the water. Astounding effort from Kayleen Corbett. Second of 5 of the women's 50 butterfly. Haps looking strong. Kuden 2. Haps up front in lane 4, closely followed by Baptiste. Haps, though, will not be stopped. Haps will get there first. She does, in a time of 28.49, just ahead of Tania Baptiste. Terrific swim once again from Karen Haps. Just outside of her PB. Karen Haps coming away with victory in the second heat as we move to number 3. Chitsurura, Christie, Mayer, Thompson, Rousseau, Delanga, Maton, Jacobs, Ferreira, and Fury. In they go. Good start from Veronique Rousseau. Caitlin Delanga looking good too. Thompson in the mix. Rousseau leading the charge only just. This is going to be tight. Thompson, Rousseau, and Delanga. Rousseau out in front. Rousseau continues to stay in front. Good fight back from Delanga. Delanga fighting back well. Delanga or Rousseau, who's it going to be? Whoa, this is going to be tight. And it goes to Veronique Rousseau, a tremendous effort. Caitlin Delanga just behind her. The Tuck swimmers dominating matters that time around. Moving over now to the 4th of 5 heats in the women's 50 fly rather. King, Pillay, Aragnotti, Scott, Jacobs, Barrett, and Skalkbeck, McDonald, Lampman, and Buerta. Early into the water is Hannah Jacobs. Isabel Barrow 2. Olivia Scott strong in lane 3. Terrific effort so far from Barrow. Barrow in lane 5, being tested though by Hannah Jacobs. Barrow just in front for now. Fighting hard to stay in front of Jacobs. Over in lane 6, we've got Van Skalkwyk. Who's it going to be, Barrow or Jacobs? Oh, and in lane 6, out of nowhere, Van Skalkwyk takes it. Tremendous fight back at the death from Van Skalkwyk. 31.46. Jacobs 31.64. And Barrow 31.65. Take a bath, Van Skalkwyk. Victory was yours in one of the races of the evening. Just a few hundredths of a second separating the top 3. That was magnificent to see. And so wraps up the penultimate race of the evening. Final heat of the night. In the women's 50 fly, 3 competitors in Kube, Buffalo, and Africa. Nothing to choose between the 3 swimmers as they enter the water. Good start from Nkube, who swims just up the road in Peter Maritzburg for Seals. Nkube, I have it slightly ahead for now. Buffalo just behind her. And Africa in 3rd. Buffalo fighting back well. Buffalo edging ahead now. She's got in front of Nkube. And Buffalo will go on to take it. She just beats it to the wall. Jordan Buffalo 34.41. Angela Nkube 34.52. And Megan Africa 35.66. So what a performance we saw this evening here in KZN, Kings Park Aquatic Centre. Really been fantastic to bring you all the action here from Durban. Day 2 wrapped up, only one more day to go, and it is the finals. Just enjoyed a long session of heats. The officials start to make their way out. They've done a fantastic job. A big thank you to them for putting this all together. Thank you to various sponsors, Aquile, National Lotto, Department of Sports and Recreation, Arena, Saskok, Swimming South Africa, KZN Aquatics. This has been the Swimming South Africa Grand Prix, as swimmers fight for their right to compete in Tokyo. Big thank you to the broadcast team for bringing you all the action. The likes of Chris, Ray, Didi, Steve, Jordan. Really good effort from all concerned. But mostly thank you to you, the viewer, for sticking around and watching these tremendous athletes compete and perform and break records and delight everyone out there. They'll be shining the flag loud and proud over in Tokyo. It is day 2 done and dusted. One more day to come. Join us 10 a.m. Sunday for the final time here in Durban. Thanks for watching. Cheers.